John 4:54. Hoc iterum secundum signum fecit Iesus, cum venisset a Judaea in Galileam. Jesus did this as his second sign. Iterum is probably best not translated. We'll talk about that in a moment. When he had come from Judea into Galilee. This is the last verse of John chapter 4, and it wraps up all that we've just heard about the healing of this young boy. First, we're going to jump to our subject, Jesus. Jesus fecit, third person singular, perfect active indicative, of course, from facere, fecisse, factum, do or to make. Jesus did what? He did this thing that we've just been hearing about, as, and this is a kind of complement, filling out the sense of hoc. He did this, we might add, as in English, as his second sign, his second miraculous work. Now we also have iterum here, literally again, and this is corresponding to a word in the Greek, palin, meaning the same thing. It's not really translatable into English. It's redundant and extra. We call it pleonastic in grammatical terms. And it seems to just be emphasizing that this is indeed the second sign, not the first. Erasmus, commenting on this in his Annotationes on the Gospel of John, points out that, yeah, this is clearly not necessary, but perhaps it's intended to even underline the unbelief of those in Galilee, that this is now the second sign that they've seen after the transformation of water into wine at the wedding at Cana, and still they don't believe. Whether or not that's the case, I'm not sure, but for us, it certainly underlines the fidelity of the Latin translators to the Greek text, even when it doesn't necessarily add anything very meaningful to the Latin text. So there we have it. So Jesus did this as his second sign, when, and we have to remember, cum can introduce clauses with a verb in the subjunctive when it's explaining the general circumstances under which something takes place, rather than the specific hour or time when something happens. So we can say when, and then here's our pluperfect subjunctive indicating time past relative to the time of the main clause verb, when he had come from Judea into Galilee.